Hi everyone, Annabel here, and today we are doing City Skylines. If you don't know what it is, you literally just build cities and it's more in depth than some other games. Yeah, it's kind of like a simulator, cities, whatever. Anyway, we're doing a challenge, and the challenge is this. Frozen City Challenge. What you gotta do is you pause the game and you build everything your city is ever gonna need. And I'm talking about water, electricity, everything. And if you've ever played this game, you can realize how one little mistake at the beginning can ruin your entire city. So for me to actually have to pause it and then just let it be free is so much anxiety. Anyway, I'm playing with mods. I'm gonna start with the unlocking everything and unlocking all the money because I just wanna build the best city in the world. Anyway, let us start. We're gonna have a megalopolis with a population of 0 right at the beginning because, you gotta pause. All right, so we have 1 square. That's all we're allowed. As you can see, I don't think I picked the right one to do the challenge, but it's fine because I never do things according to the rules apparently. So we're just gonna, ignore that. So let's start by building some roads. Because this city has to support itself, I have to take into account while building roads the growing population over time. Because you can get thousands of people. I've never got to the million point. I don't even know if that's possible in this game, but you have to take that into account. So if you have really bad city structure, I'm screwed. I can't. Anyway, so that's why I'm building with the biggest intersections available, and it's just gonna work. All right. I don't know why I felt the need to be very sassy there, so I apologize. Anyway, I don't really have a clear view or city in mind while I'm building this at all. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. The basic plan is that I'm gonna shove all the residential in one area, all the pollution, what is it called? Industrial. I'm gonna shove all the industrial in one part, and I'm gonna use clean energy, and that's all I got. That's all I got so far. And I am a little terrified because, I don't know, I get strangely attached to my people. This is why I can't ever be a dictator. Well, there's multiple reasons why I can't be a dictator, but that's one of them, come on. Anyway, I'm gonna give my peeps of the city, the best view ever. So let's do some waterfront. So what's really cool about this game is that, as you can tell, you can do roads pretty much however you want. And there's really good tools to do that. So I'm bending and curving my road around this so they can live right on the water edge, which is dangerous, but all the power to them if they want to do it. Let's just speed that up a bit. Perfect. I have built a death road. All right, let's redo that. Excellent. All right, not so much of a death road. Still pretty bad. I would never want to drive on it personally, but thankfully this is a game. All right, let's do some more waterfront. So I have the general idea planned out. As you can see, that little square is gonna be all residential, some high residential areas. When I say that is if you never played the game, the light green stuff is urban. No, wait, it's not urban. Is it urban? What is the definition of urban? Oh, ignore that. I know what urban is, okay? That was the dumbest thing I've ever said. And I've said some pretty dumb stuff. Not gonna lie. Anyway, all right, what I was trying to say is the light green is rural. It's little houses cute little people, big yards, blah, blah, blah. And then the deep green is high density, so like apartments, condos, and all that fun stuff. And the same logic applies to the light blue, which is low density, commercial, and high blue, or dark blue. High blue. Yeah. It sounds like a really bad name for gum. Anyway, the high density commercial is dark blue. And yellow is, what is it? Poison, pollution stuff. It's, wow, I'm blanking out here. Let's just call it the pollution zone now, from now on. Everything, the yellow is just pollution. And then the other turquoisey blue, I guess, is office. In which you need, if you have a high populated areas that are highly educated. So, I just want to say, the location I'm putting this hospital is the worst. It's right off a highway. So, like, what was I thinking? Sure, you're gonna get there in time, but at the same time, if you live in that little block of community, that's great. You're gonna hear sirens all the time. Really didn't think that through. Whatever. Let's get some school, which is, in this game, you can have, what I have unlocked anyway, you can have the elementary, the high school, and then university. Nothing else. That's how it goes. I guess for like technical training, you don't really need it in the game. Like, it's just kind of like, oh, you want to work in a factory? Okay, bye. And then they shove you in it, which is kind of dark and doesn't give you much choice. You know how I said this game was in depth? Like, it doesn't have that much. I'm overthinking this at this point. Now, I'm really into public transport for my sim. Are they Sims? I don't even have a name for my city. I'm just gonna keep calling them peeps. So I'm really into transportation, like free public transportation for my peeps. So I'm gonna be building, what is this called? A metro, subway, whatever, public transportation system underground. And I've discovered that no one really should ever let me do that in real life. I am horrible at picking the right places to put them. Green, gotta make this green. Oh, looking back, that was a bad mistake. Like, why did I put all of it green next to the hospital? I should have de-zoned it, and now, oh well, have fun, people living there. Because, green isn't good enough. It has to be the darkest green. So many people live next to the hospital. I'm just asking for an outbreak of something to happen. That's clearly what I'm trying to do. Anyway, let's move on to more roads and do the pollution-y, commercially district of this Peepville. I don't think I actually named it. It's Peepville now. Like, I said earlier, like just 2 seconds ago, I said I didn't name it. But I mean, like, I named it outside of the game, but I don't think I named it in game. Whatever, they're Peepville now. So, like previously mentioned, I'm trying to use the biggest roads possible so there's no, like, real congestion, and there's gonna be rush hour eventually, like, once my city gets big enough. But until then, I'm trying to, prevent that. And looking back, putting all those intersections one after another, it's a bad idea. City planners, don't look at this video and be like, yes, this is how cities are made. Just building my city and my commercial district, and it's probably gonna be too small. That is the worst place for an intersection, but I don't know what else to do. Beautiful singing, 10 out of 10. I should record myself and give myself a recording contract. It is done. It is not done. Don't actually look for that because commercial district time. All right, so the commercial district and the pollution district, or whatever it's called, is done. So at this point, I'm just going to speed up really quickly, doing some paths for the peeps, so if they don't have a car, they can just walk to places. And that's pretty much it. And then at this point, I'm gonna do a path down to like the water. I don't actually know if they go down there, if that's an option, but I figured, why not? Let's do some safety first because I'm a good dictator. I love my people. I really should not tell myself I'm a dictator. It's a bad idea. So this game also measures the happiness level of the people living in the city. So that's why I'm placing a lot of parks and recreational places, because I know how stressful it could be like after a while when the city is so big and there's so much noise that people are like, oh my God, no more. And then they go to the park and they cool down and everything's fine. Anyway, I read online, I can't remember if it's true or not, maybe I dreamt it for all I know, is that you can create kind of like pollution barrier so that like the pollution-y area doesn't spread into your other terrains, and so your people aren't dying and becoming sick. Because it is a thing that if you put residential too close to the industrial parks, people are gonna get sick and they're gonna cough, and then it's a big giant mess, and essentially your population goes down and you lose the entire game. So what I'm trying to do is prevent it and keep it contained. Yeah, as you can see, I'm doing a great job. That's how you plant trees, okay guys? City Planning 101. That was my first tip for free. You can also have some special buildings, I guess, if you want to call them that. This one's called the Fountain of Life and Death because you know what, why not? Let's just remind these people that they're gonna die. Not that their mortality is limited and only in the span of this game and video, and too dark, man. I'm going back. I don't know. Pulling that philosophy out. All right, so let's do some more public transportation because we made some more roads and the workers need to get to that area, right? And I'm trying to make sure my streets aren't super clogged, because that was a problem in a game I've had before, is that they just kept complaining that the roads were too small, everything was clogged up, and meh. Short story, I said that wrong. I meant to say long story short, is everyone complained and left and I lost. So let's prevent that. I don't know how bus lines really work, even in the real life. I try to avoid taking buses. I'm fine with buses, like, don't get me wrong. It's just the bus schedule. Like, it seems like every bus schedule I've ever looked at is too complicated for my brain to figure out, so I just avoid it and then either take a taxi, walk, use the metro that's available, or I just drive. So if someone ever comes up to me and goes, hey, you want to go to this place? And I'm like, yeah, sure, how are we going to get there? And they say the bus. You better have the bus schedule figured out and plan it. And I don't want to do a single thing except sit down and arrive at my destination. Because if you're telling me to plan our trip to the museum or the aquarium, you're not going to see that. You know what you're going to see? You're going to see nothing. You're going to get so lost. That was a giant rant. I'm sorry. Anyway, we need some offices and a way for them to actually, get there. So let's build some more roads. I'm all about those roads and intersections, even though I really shouldn't be, because I didn't think about it. But look at all those intersections. You have to stop every single time. That really clogged up my traffic. All right, So that area is done, everything's zoned. Let's do some more bus scheduling lines, I guess. I don't know why I was so obsessed with doing bus lines and metro and all that. Like, I know I said earlier that I really wanted my citizens to not take their cars, but I think I should have waited. I shouldn't have done so many so quickly. Whatever. Let's do some more residential because I discovered that that's not going to be enough if I want my city to continue growing. That's not going to house many. The ones I have currently, maybe 10,000 people, maybe less. Actually, it's more like 5,000, so I'm going to add some more areas for sure. Let's just edit some beautiful magic into this. I know this is supposed to be the building of Peepville or Peep City or whatever, but I figured there's certain things you don't need to see me doing constantly. One of them is the Metro's bus planning. Like, I think you get it, that I've done it and then I made it perfect as I can. So let's move on to something else. The water and the sewage. That's actually very important. If you've never played this game, pro tip. Just learn from my mistake. Do not put the sewage before the fresh water pump or filter thing because your citizens are not going to be happy. They will get sick and some will even die. So I put 3 pumps that are going to supply the city with the water, and then 2 sewage pumps, and then 1 water filter treatment plant thing. I don't want my city to be disgusting, and I don't want it to be like, hey, look at all the poop we're putting out into the ocean. Because you don't see it now, but once the city's actually started, you get to see like where the pollution actually is in the water. And it's absolutely disgusting. Especially if you unlock the other, I don't know how many zones you can get out of this. You can get a lot of more squares. You can get more squares. You can expand your city to the point where you are filling out the entire map. And if you do that and you only have 1 water source and then you pollute everything else, that's it. You messed up. It takes forever for the water to get treated. So I'm starting it now at the beginning so we don't have much in case I mess this challenge up and want to continue and then expand or something. I don't know what I would do. I just think it'd be a good idea. Anyway, so in this you have to put all the water down. You can see where the blue is where there's water going to. Let's just pretend those main pumps then lead into the city, you know what I mean? Those are just the main lines. You don't have to actually worry about anything else. You just gotta make sure there's main lines to everywhere you need it. And then the game takes care of the rest. As you can see, I am super efficient at this. Look at that. Look at all those non-wasted pipes and spaces. All right, so we have the water down. Let us switch gears, put some road down in case, I don't know, maybe people work there. I actually don't think so. I think the game just runs it by itself and you don't actually need people there ever. But at this point, our city does need power. We have our water, we have our sewage, let's do some power. I'm gonna go with what I thought was like wind power. No, I'm an idiot. It's solar. It's solar power, which is great. It supplies so much energy, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for later. Let's just say I did a bad thing. So there's a few types of electricity in this game. You can have solar, wind, water, so like a dam, and then you have like the solar power, the wind power on the water, nuclear, oil, I want to say, is one of them. Coal is definitely one of them. And incineration from garbage. That's another one. So the main idea is like the water, you need to have all the blue connected to your main grid, and eventually you could delete the power lines. You don't need them after everything's connected. But because I am not being able to switch everything and everything just has to keep running, I'm going to be Okay, so fast forward a little bit. This is my subway line. It's rough, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's pretty rough, but you can get to one end of the city to the other pretty quickly. Same with the buses. So there should not be an issue with cars. So I thought about it, and I thought I was only gonna do like the general factory type of mechanic stuff. But then I saw, look at all that beautiful, lush green forest. So I'm going to build some more residential, and I'm going to build a little area. So it's just forestry, which isn't that bad on pollution scale. I don't even think it creates pollution. If anything, it just helps it. Oh yes, that's exactly what I meant to say. It helps it. It helps the pollution. No, I mean, it helps build your city, and I think it helps with detoxing is super not the right word, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, so the forestry industry is now complete, so I'm gonna go and build the neighborhoods and name them all because they can have individual policies, and I just like naming them. So this is gonna be Dirt Place. And this one's going to be Work Till You Die, if I could spell. It sounds like a very bad place and pretty much, I don't want to say communism. So this is gonna be where the rich people are gonna probably settle. Oh my gosh, I can't type, can I? Or click. I figured the common people are probably going to be super cute, and they need something to look forward to. So I'm just putting everything high. I have no real budget, so everything can get so much money, all the money it needs. Now this tab is for special buildings, and I don't think I should put anything, but then I don't know. I'll do the stadium. Like, it's in there somewhere. It is, I don't know where. It's right there. Okay. No, that's the high interest tower. Whoopsies. Okay, stadium. Let's do that. It has 100% noise pollution, so clearly I should put it in the residential area, right? No, it's not gonna work. So let's put it, no, that's not gonna work either. So I'm gonna have to build a new road because it's super not gonna fit in the city. All right, I have built a road, and now I'm gonna put the stadium there. And for anyone who's observing, just take note of what I just did. That's all I need to say. And I need to build some road. I know I'm skipping a lot of stuff, but I don't want you to see the full boring it didn't take me 3 hours, but it did take me like an hour and a half to build all of this city, which is a very long time for you guys to just sit here and watch, and it might not even be that interesting because I'm not that entertaining. Jokes. I'm hilarious. I'm sorry, that laugh was creepy. So I decided to do the stadium last minute, so now I gotta figure out how to do that last minute, I guess. Wasn't taking into account for my my sharp turns, but you know, whatever. They're only sharp as I want them to be. Sharp to kill people. Shark. Wait, what? How did sharp become shark? Oh man, that'd be cool. Does this game have an expansion to include sharks? Oh, that's something I'm gonna have to look into now. Is there any games that have sharks? Huh, I want a shark game now. I'd probably be terrified to play it because I'm somewhat afraid of water. Okay, hold on, backstory. I'm not afraid of water. I'm afraid of large bodies of water in which I can't see the bottom, where sharks live. So, you know, it's a reasonable fear, I think. All right, so let's finish up these lines. It's a little cramped. Sorry, peeps. So here's my city so far. I'm pretty much done. I just need to put the finishing touches on it and make sure everywhere has water and electricity, because once I start, I can't go back and put it. And without electricity, they're gonna complain the entire time. That part of the city is gonna wither, and it's ultimately going to affect the happiness of everyone. So that's why it's so important for me to do that. I'm having the hardest time right now because that part does not want to go across the 4 lanes of highway. Like, why? I don't see the problem. Clearly, the highway is the problem, and I should just delete it all. Do I, though? No, I don't. I'm just gonna have to really hope that this part of the city has power. What the heck was that? I have neighbors, as I mentioned before. I feel like I can just say stories of my neighbors and people would be entertained, because I have some good ones. Nothing that fits in the theme of this video, which is just building the city. But I have, one day, maybe I will. That was like a very run-on thought. Not even a sentence, a run-on thought. Moving on. Guys, I am so sorry this video turned out so long and I didn't even press play yet. I'm going to have to make it a 2-parter. And I don't like making those. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at making part 2. But for the most part, my city is done. Everything's good to go. City of Doom or Peepville, whatever you want to call it, is ready to go. I am ready to press play. So please stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, maybe a comment. You do you. You do whatever makes you happy. So happy gaming.